Hi, second try here. My name is Leathur Rokk. You know that. Welcome to my live stream. For some reason, it doesn't happen again. I want to show you some vegetables from my garden. And I may not be able to. We have a convention out in front making a whole lot of noise. But I wanted to show you some tomatoes. This looks like an apple, but this is a tomato. I've got, if I could show you very carefully, I've got a box of not ripe tomatoes, and if you want to look at some of my tomato plants here, but you know what? I want to get the heck out of this room here because I have a feeling those noisy people are going to come back. Now let's see if I have any kitties in here. I might not. Well, so I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I got my LENOVO back from Best Buy. It came in the mail yesterday. Now, the bad news is I can't use it. You want to know why I can't use it? Because me and my genius state of mind, when the computer first malfunctioned, I kept the cords separate. I didn't take it to Best Buy, figuring, they have plenty of cords and stuff. And I misplaced my power cord somewhere in this house. And since there are lots of packing boxes, there are still some things that actually we never unpacked when we first moved in here. And since it looks like we are really fast tracking to desperately find a place out of this terrible ghetto neighborhood. So that means that we're packing more and more. And I have been tearing the hallway apart. I'm pretty sure the cord isn't in my room, but without a power cord, I can't very well use that computer. And unfortunately, that LENOVO is my Windows running machine, which would allow me to edit and do all that stuff. So I am live streaming this from the Chromebook like my other live streams have all been. Why this shut off a few minutes ago, I don't know. It didn't turn off completely. It just went that kind of glowing gray. Do you hear those hooting and hollering outside? These people, first of all, there was apparently the mailman tried to ring the doorbell this morning or sometime today. And it was not for me, it was for my brother. But I had to have my talk radio on really loud to drown out the ghetto noise. And I'm looking out the window right now to see what the hell is going on. I don't know what this is. I leave the grow room. I go into my room to avoid the conventions of people loitering. They've got nothing better to do. They don't live here. They've got to hang out right underneath and make noise. So I go into my room, and now there's another convention. It's so stressed out. The reason why I didn't wake up till 10 minutes after 12 noon today. And yes, how's about our president? Anybody love Trump? I know you do. I love my president. Oh my goodness, I would love so much to be at one of his rallies. Matter of fact, my mother and I were just talking about this. She has a friend who lives in Johnstown, or just outside of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and that's where Trump had a rally a couple days ago. And my mother and she were talking about. And my mother knows obviously how much I love Trump, so she was talking about all those people there was a lot more people that wanted to get in than could, and there's a lot of people outside, of course. And of course, my mother had to focus on the fact that a lot of people weren't wearing masks and things. And frankly, I would wish more people would, but I'm not going to judge people because frankly, most people are not wearing the right kind of masks anyway. And unless you can get your hands on an N95, most of the masks you have are not going to do you any good. However, that said, I ordered some Trump 2020 masks, and when they come, expect a mask fashion show. So that's something you guys are going to look forward to. Well, I hope you look forward to it. I don't know. I can just put out content and hope you guys like it. But I hope that I get these things before my birthday because I have a lot of things planned for my birthday that is going to be kind of like my gifts to you, because since my birthday falls on election day, and it's also one of my scheduled posting days, I'm planning on doing a few live streams that day. I hope you guys will bear with me, but some of them are going to be maybe election themed, and some of them are going to be birthday themed, and I may or may not get to feature some of my friends in it, because frankly, I really don't know whether people are going to be traveling in the city to avail themselves of all the things that you can do here in town. It looks like our Governor Murphy is deciding, instead of a one size fits all, opening up the whole state with things, he's going community to community, because some places have more of a spread than others. And I guess he's trying to go about this in an intelligent way. Most of my Republican brothers and sisters here in New Jersey don't love our governor that much. He, in some ways, does act kind of idiotic. However, one thing that I hope he does, and one thing that I do agree with Governor Murphy on, is he does want us to go full legalizing with the marijuana. And if you've been watching my channel anytime, you know that that is something that I approve of, and frankly, it will make it so much easier. So the police will have one less class of rule makers to deal with, and so, and frankly, that's the only reason that I would have any adversarial relationship with any police, because I do enjoy the herb, and many places it is illegal. And once it becomes more and more legal, then I will have less excuses for breaking laws, and there will be absolutely no reason not to love our men and women in blue. And I love our police. God knows, I practically have the non-emergency number on speed dial here. But that's not the only thing I want to talk about. I will show you my computer. I actually have it in my mother's room. What's up with those noisy people? My God, drive me crazy. I was up past 4:30 in the morning yesterday. Matter of fact, I had to call the cops because we not be offline. This is not very organized. I apologize, you guys. I wanted things to be more organized than they were, but I want to show you some more of what I got from my garden. I know you guys want to see. Oh, plus Tabby Boy is on the pillow. He's not supposed to be. Whoops. Tabby Boy. Look at Tabby Boy. Oh, my baby. My baby. This is my baby cat. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, sweetheart. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the computer on the stove, and I'm going to show you some of my goodies. But I have to take Tabby Boy off the pillow because he's really not supposed to be on low. Come here, baby cat. Oh, my baby cat. Where's my baby cat? Oh, there. Now, let's give everybody a real close-up look at my sweetheart, my Tabby Boy. This is my Tabby Boy. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Yes. All right. So, one of my favorite vegetables for eating is kale. And I got a lot of kale. Look at this. Look at these beautiful leaves of kale. I got harvested a pretty healthy amount. One of the things I love to do with kale the most, and by the way, if you don't know already, kale is one of the superfoods. It is so good for you. If you're not a fan of kale, you should be. It is one of the healthiest vegetables that you can eat. It's a source of fiber. It's a source of vitamin C. I don't have notes in front of me that I could look up, but you can look up yourself. Kale is amazing. Oh, Cassie's here. Want to see Cassie? Look at Cassie's here. Oh, look, I got that Cassie girl. Cassie is such a little predator. Anybody has any food, and she can't hear, but she has a sense of smell, and she will dog us anything that smells like food. And she doesn't just eat protein, she will eat pasta. She licked a plate that had chili on it. She ate chili. She ate a plain macaroni that had nothing on it at all. Of course, any kind of meat she loves. Oh my goodness, she is such a little predator. Yes, she is. My Cassie, she loves to eat. You would think I want to know where she puts it. I know where it goes. but she eats and eats and eats and eats and eats, and she is not even 5 pounds. Look at this sweet little slip of a girl. I don't know where she puts her food. I know where it comes out though, because I'm the one that cleans up after you. The poop, poopy, poopy, the poopy doopies. You make poopy doopies, and I gotta clean them. Yes. Oh, meow, 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 meow. So, I got all this kale. And my favorite way, what I love to do with kale, I like to tear it up and I like to just pour salad dressing on it. And I love to eat it. Of course, how much I'm going to eat today, I don't know, because yesterday I've been having some dental pain. And I was thinking today I was going to, if I'd gotten up at a reasonable hour, I was going to get my makeup on and all that stuff. And I was going to call the dentist in the morning and see if I can get in and have him do something to help me with the pain issues. I suspect I know what needs to be done, but I'm going to have to ask him for advice. I brushed like crazy. I thought maybe some of the herbs that I use in my cooking got in between teeth or something, or maybe I have some bone fragments from extractions that were coming up. I don't know, but no amount of brushing seems to help. And because of what the dentist did for me, I can't floss the way I used to because I can't get in between teeth and stuff. So, and the last time I was at the dentist, I was there for only like 5 minutes. I'm going to really need to maybe have him teach me how to do a few things. So I was concerned, as a matter of fact, that if I had done what I had planned to do, I was concerned that I was going to look really in serious need of a dentist for today's live stream, because I thought that I was going to see the dentist first and then do the live stream afterwards. But since I never got to call the dentist, and I don't know whether I'm going to get in tomorrow because there's a chance there's supposed to be rain in the afternoon and evening. And if it's just plain old misty rain, I have no problem with that. But if it was thunderstorm kind of rain, then that's something that I will not go out in. And my dentist is about a mile walk from me, which is better than trying to find get on a bus. And I really am leery of buses ever since this whole pandemic started. When I saw that with New Jersey Transit anyway, at least buses around here, the only barricades seem to be protecting the driver. Meanwhile, the bottom half of the bus, everybody is forced to sometimes get closer than we should when the bus fills up. And that really makes me nervous. If I wasn't living where I had to think of other people besides myself, that'd be one thing. But the last thing I want to do, since I'm my mother's caregiver, last thing I want to do is get exposed to the virus and bring it to her. And if something happened that I did get it, there would be no way for me to protect everybody else in my home. You can't invent a bathroom that you don't have in different ways to absolutely keep yourself. And you see so many times when somebody gets COVID in a family, eventually everybody seems to get it. We even saw that with the president. His wife got it, and Barron got it and stuff. And hopefully his wife is getting better. I hope the best for our first family. And actually, I don't want anybody getting it. Even my enemies, I don't want getting it, because my enemies may spread it to people that are innocent. I really, my fondest wish is, I'm sure everybody's is just for this virus to be over and done with. So, back to my garden. I pulled some of these out, and if I got anything that wasn't mine, I don't feel too guilty about it, because I had a bunch of garlic chives that I planted in one of the plots there. That was actually the plot that used to belong to Teresa Haydick, the lady who once had Cassie, the garden cat, before she died, and I ended up with the cat. So, but when I planted those garlic chives on a spot that I was told I could plant things in, somebody yanked them out to put whatever. So I figured if people are going to do that with things that I had planted, then I shouldn't feel bad for the plants that I swipe. And to be honest with you, that kale I didn't plant. I have had kale seeds and I have planted them and they never sprouted. So whoever's those were that was next to the two different plots of tomato plants that I have in that garden. I went out today and in my mask and put my hair under a hat and all that stuff. And I was able to get there were no more tomatoes except for a bunch of little tiny Now those, there's different things you can do with them. You can wash them up and you can put them in pickle juice and you can make tomato pickles. You can slice them and you can dredge them in flour, in egg bath, salt and pepper, and you can slice them and make fried green tomatoes with, even though you usually use bigger tomatoes with that. There's a lot you can do with them. But we generally try to see if they're going to ripen. Some more things I got from my garden. This looks like parsley, but this is a kind of leaf part. This no, this is this may look like celery, but this is a kind of leaf parsley, or at least I believe it is a leaf parsley. But when you look at now, usually celery grows in stalks that they're all like bunched up, and this seems to grow like grass, but yet the leaf part does look like celery leaves. But usually what we have done in the past is we cut the leaves off the stalks, chop the stalks up, and freeze them all. Well, once something's frozen, you can use it year round. Some of these parsley leaves you can dry. I also got, now I'm going to have to wash this since it fell down on the ground. I wish you could smell this. You don't know what this is, do you? This is rosemary. And it smells almost like pine leaves. Now, usually this is what I do with herbs like that. Find a bag. Oops. That was just a jar of instant coffee. Oh, boy, am I glad that didn't break. We ran out of ground coffee, and I have been making instant for my 2 cups of coffee a day. And I also have a jar of decaf, so I'm still able to mix my regular and my decaf coffee. But what I want to show you is this. When I get certain herbs from the garden, I dry them. This is garden rosemary. As you can see, this was from September 23rd. This is lavender. Now, lavender has so many uses. You can sniff lavender just before bed, and it can help you to fall asleep. Lavender also has metaphysical uses. Did you know that lavender essential oil can be used as an antiseptic? Even though I don't know that that would be anywhere near as good as rubbing alcohol or some other things, but it is something that can be used. What's with all that ghetto racket outside? God, it's driving me crazy. I realized that like half the days, half the nights, I've had to call the police because of the riffraff around here. It gets to the point where I'm apologizing to the police dispatcher, and she's a total sweetheart. I don't know her name, but she certainly must know who I am. She recognized me from the night that I was punched. And, well, I did a video about that. You know the story about that. Whenever I see a car that looks even remotely like the car that I called about that started that whole thing, I, of course, still have the license plate. And I check all the license plates, and I will definitely recognize if that car ever is in this neighborhood again. I mean, I still look over my shoulder. Once you've been physically assaulted by somebody, especially if you're a petite female and some big man hits you, and I don't know how much of that attack was racially motivated because I'm white and the guy was black, or whether because I know you shouldn't automatically be quick to assume racism, but I think their attitude was snitches get stitches, and I shouldn't have called about the car with the running engines. But first of all, I didn't know that there was anybody in there. How was I to know that there was somebody hiding in the back seat? And if you're gonna be keeping your engine idling, polluting the air that I have to breathe, that people with health problems have to breathe, then Plus, how do they know I wasn't a concerned citizen worried about somebody maybe dead in there or something? Anyway, I've got all this wonderful kale. Another thing I like to do with kale, I like to tear it up real small, and I like to put it in stir fry or make fried rice with it. The thing is, when you cook with kale, I noticed it really cooks down fast, but it's so good for you. If you're not into kale, if you love healthy food, you should be. I mean, you could still go and eat your not so healthy things. Ooh, gunshots. Okay, I'm getting. Did you hear that? Gunshots. Oh boy. Well, what the hell? Oh boy. We're gonna have to. Oh, I want to tell you some more things that are going on around here. Last night was the night that we always take out our trash and our recycling. And so now I can't take my trash out like normal people, because most people, you have a trash receptacle that's always available for people to take their trash out. Well, not us, apparently. The They decided to move the trash cans to inside the alleyway, and the alleyway has a door with a lock on it. That now they have these drug dealer people that have moved in next door, and they have access to it. They took all the trash receptacles, they're all in the back. When I put my recycling, we have a municipal recycling bucket. You can get up to 2 of them from the ACUA. Well, I got this, like, maybe I should get away from my window. So I went and took my recycling out last night. And when I woke up this morning after 12 noon, I saw that the recycling bucket was totally gone. And the people next door, they have been deliberately unlocking the gate. So I found it unlocked, and I went in that alleyway, and you always take a risk going in there, because you don't know if somebody is shooting up heroin, or if somebody is bent over a hooker, fucking her, or something. Because these things go on here. I'm telling you, when I tell you this is a dangerous neighborhood, when I tell you it's ghetto, when I tell you all kinds of things happen, I'm not lying. So anyway, I went there looking for the recycling bucket, and of course it was gone. And I yelled and screamed to nobody in particular, just because I felt like it. So we're going to have to call the landlord, and we're going to have to call this particular pastor of this really obnoxious church. Now, I can't wait till I move the hell out of New Jersey. I'm going to make public a couple of videos that I had to make private about some of the situations going on around here. Once I'm safely no longer living in the state, I'm going to make those things public so that you could see just how bad some of the things are that we have been having to live with. Let me see what the hell's going on. I don't know. It looks like you've got some undercover narc type people outside, some white guys with walkie-talkies and wires sticking out of their ears. I don't understand why I haven't heard any sirens yet, but my mother thinks that was gunshots, and so does my brother. So yeah, so now we don't have a recycling bucket. And one of those obnoxious church guys had the nerve to complain to me, telling me when I was to take my recycling bucket up. First of all, what about my convenience? They have no way of knowing what any of our schedules are. They don't know what's convenient for us. Maybe I've been up till 5 o'clock in the morning, in which case I'm not going to be able to do anything in the morning because I have a life. And for these bastards to go try to order us around and tell us what to do, and then Sunday mornings, oh my God, what they put us through with the church bullshit, with the screaming pastor, with the sound system that pops the sound up through my pillow into my ears, sounds like somebody's kicking my ear. Oh, and they have a live drum, and they have the worst choir around, let me tell you. There may be a few nice people associated with their ministry, but they just have this attitude that who cares about the people? They moved into this neighborhood. They have not improved things. And how they treat us, and like as if we have no reason to have any feelings at all. I'm looking out the window to see I don't know what's going on. It's funny. Any other place you hear gunshots, usually there's sirens right away and stuff. Things have gotten so bad. And it's pretty bad that we all have the police dispatch number memorized. There's some other things I wanted to tell you now. I don't even remember. But yeah, so I'm still looking for the cord for my Lenovo so that I can edit up proper videos and things. And I hope this computer doesn't continue to malfunction. I have a feeling maybe because it is so full and I keep on getting these error messages on this Chromebook saying that if I don't delete some more stuff from the archives, then it will start it's threatening to delete things that I already have. And there's a few things that I haven't even backed up because I have had to use this for other things while waiting for my Lenovo. So, and obviously I don't want to lose any of my stuff. And I'm not even sure that they backed up the Lenovo before taking it in for servicing. I haven't been able to find out from Best Buy whether that happened or not. But I have so much footage that I want to edit up, things that I haven't shown you guys yet, and scenes from the inside of the Hard Rock Hotel Casino that I think would be of some interest. And probably by the time I edit up what's usable, that won't be too long. So I try not to, I don't want my videos to run too long, but sometimes I have no idea, like especially when there's a whole lot of edited footage up, like that one that was over 2.5 hours. I didn't realize it was going to be that long. But most of these things shouldn't be so bad. You want to see some kitties, don't you? I want to show you some kitties. Let's see where the pussycats are. Let's see where the pussycats are. I see a kitty. I see a kitty. Oh, my kitty. Oh, my kitty. Now, I would think that that table wouldn't look like it's so messy because it was mostly covered with clothes, and I just put in another load of white. You guys, I don't know if I ever showed you this. You know how I do laundry? I don't go to laundromats. Laundromats are too expensive. You see this? This is a big, giant salad bowl like you might use in a restaurant or something. But this I fill up with water, put clothes in it, put dish or clothes, laundry detergent in there, and I have some bleach in there. And I'm washing a bunch of clothes. And we have a nice big clothes rack in my mother's bedroom that's right next to the radiator. And that's usually where I do the laundry. Now, when my mother was still working at the Trump Taj Mahal, I washed her uniforms, I washed her underwear, I washed all her clothes, I wash all my little outfits. Uh, and I continue to do that. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. I don't mind all the work and stuff I do around the house because that's just what people do. And it gives me a feeling that I am contributing, even though I sometimes get down on myself because I'm not able to contribute as much as I'd like to due to how hard it is to find different ways of employment. And especially since I can't cash any checks because I don't have a bank account. So I can only take work that pays me in something that I can accept. And that's a real hassle. And like I told you before, I do a lot of surveys and things. But one of the survey companies I work with, they were trying to contact me when I did not have Wi-Fi, and I wasn't able to check my messages and things. And they tried to contact me a couple times about a survey. And I've been trying to contact them now saying, yes, please give me this opportunity. And I told them, I said, look, there's bills that we have not been able to pay, and different companies are threatening to cut us off if we don't start paying bills. So yes, if you have any kind of work for me, please resend it. And I'm like asking her 3 times. When people have opportunities and they really need them, don't take opportunities away from me right now when all this crap is going on. So what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow there's supposed to be some kind of a little party in the garden area tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be able to do any filming on that unless by any chance they have Wi-Fi there and I could do a live stream there. But if this computer continues to malfunction, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. So, but I was invited by other people associated with the garden, and there are so few social activities to be done anymore. I'm practically chomping on the bit about that. Now, I don't have an outfit laid out. I guess I'll do that after I get over after I get finished with this live stream, I'll do that. So I just want to make sure that I have everything covered that I wanted to. I do want to make this shorter than usual so that you guys don't die of boredom. We don't want that. So yeah, that's what's new in my world. I'm just trying to work as much as possible, and just trying to take care of my responsibilities, take care of my cats, make my mother as comfortable as possible, and try not to get shot or hit by any of these ghetto dirtbags out here. Okay, Cassie, where you go? Oh, there's my Cassie. My Cassie, I got Cassie, girl. Look, I got baby. Like, got such a pretty little girl. Yes, and she can't hear me. Oh, isn't she pretty? Okay, you guys, if you like this stream, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content and you haven't already, I'd love to have you subscribe. I will continue with my schedule. Today is Thursday, so I guess my next one will be Saturday. And hopefully I'll have some good news for you, and I will entertain you as best I can. Please stay safe. Take care. Feed your kitties. Spay and neuter your kitties and your dogs. If you have room, adopt more. Save them. Mwah. Vote, preferably for Trump and the GOP ticket. Oh, and if you're in the state of New Jersey, please vote yes for legalized marijuana so that I don't go to jail. All right. Take care. Love you.